right. Well, Pebbles, I want to introduce you to a legend. A legend in the Riverdance game. Stephen OBrion. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yes.
Stephen OBrion.
Welcome.
So, okay, you ready for this? I'm just going to say that you started Riverdance. I'm just going to say you did because I'm looking at your bio. It says you started Irish dancing with a few friends at 4 years old, and 3 of them ended up becoming original company members of Riverdance.
Yeah.
Vis-a-vis, you started Riverdance. I mean, which one of you, of the 3, which one of you said, we should like make a thing out of this?
Actually, the other 2 guys were in it before me. We were talking about this earlier, about how it used to be just a dance.
Yeah.
And then they were like, that was such a success. Why don't we make a show?
Uh-huh.
And here we are 30 years later.
Wow.
But they were in the dance. I wasn't, and I saw it. I was in acting college at the time, and then I started in the show right with them. In fact, it was those guys, that Ronan and Kevin, that told me there's going to be a show, and I was like, no way. Yeah, you should call up and join.
Oh,
So I
really?
did. And here we are.
So you were the tag along. Great. I just made you the original member. Okay.
Well, you started at like 4 years old, so what kept you going? Because at that age, you try, like, remember, I see your kids, like, try so many different things. Like, what was it about the dance that made you stick with it for so long?
My mom. She made me.
She made you.
You didn't want to do it?
Well, at first, as a young boy, it's not exactly like the most popular thing, and there's not a whole lot of street cred for being an Irish dancer in Ireland. At least not then.
Yeah.
Now, with Riverdance being what it is, it's entirely different. But yeah, there certainly wasn't then. And yeah, my mom kept me in it. And then I was like, oh, wait, now there's a lot of medals, and there's more girls than boys. It's getting better and better.
And then he's like, Mom, you got to take me to class. And she goes, it doesn't start for an hour. I don't care. Take me now. That's hilarious.
What's the training like? Like the practicing and the training, and it's just a lot. Like, did you spend a lot of hours dancing every day? Yeah.
A lot. Yes. Literally every day. You don't stop unless you're injured. And then sometimes even when you're injured, you just have to keep going.
Wow.
And then there's the competitive world versus the show business end of things, which wasn't a thing until, we were semi-pro in a sense with my school, like before Riverdance, but there was no full-time. Now it's river dancing. It is.
Yeah.
People don't even call it Irish dancing all the time anymore. It's become so synonymous with the genre.
So what's the difference between the entertainment style versus the competitive style?
The competitive tends to be a little bit more traditional. They still have traditional costumes, and they dance more traditional dances. Now, having said that, they have evolved an awful lot over the years with their steps and all that, but that is more traditional. The shows, it really did. Riverdance broke the mold.
Yeah.
Even with the fact that people were going, what? They moved their arms? What happened? Because we have this like stiff reputation. But it completely changed that. It made it sexy.
And you guys have performed all over the world for all types of people. Who did you perform for that you were like, I can't believe that we're doing this right now?
Yeah, there was definitely a few that stood out to me in the early days, and some of the very biggest. And one of whom I'm thinking of is now gone, Robin Williams.
No way.
He actually came to see the show in Dublin. I don't know what he was doing there, if he was working there or something, but he came, and not only did he come see the show, but he came backstage and he was chatting to us and everything else. That was quite amazing. But there's been him, there's George Harrison, Madonna.
Oh my God.
King Hussein of Jordan, years ago. He sent us a big bouquet of flowers and a big crown on his card and everything. The Kings, rock stars, it was...
Oh my God.
U2. You name it. They've all been.
Yeah.
And it was weird. It's particularly in the early days when you realize after the success had happened, you're like, you see a star or somebody coming along, you're like, oh, look who's in tonight.
Yeah.
But in the early days, it was like, wow.
Yeah.
Really, really astonishing to see such huge names coming to see us. We're like, it's becoming a thing.
It's nice. A real thing.
Yeah.
Well, you're celebrating the 30th anniversary. What do you think has kept the magic alive for people for so long with Riverdance?
Yeah, at the heart of it all, dancing is what you do when you feel joy.
Yeah.
And just to witness that joy it's infectious. And you put it there with the rhythms and the music and all of what are the integral parts of that show. It is, you know, you don't just get these standing ovations. People leap out of their seats.
Yeah.
They feel that, and it has evolved. Like the music is being revamped, the lighting, the dancers are all now. None of them were even born when the show started.
Yeah.
Which is
That's so weird.
mind-blowing. Makes me feel so old. But it's so electric now in ways that it wasn't before. And they looked to us. They were like, we want to be a river dancer. Like that was their dream. And now they are living that dream. And people, you know, there's the Russian numbers in the show, there's the flamenco stuff. Like there's other elements of culture in the show that have always been there that are also now integrated in ways that they never were before. So it's, whereas it sort of seemed an awful lot like Ireland comes to the New World, now it's a lot of European traditions coming to the New World. It's in some ways the story of America as much as it is the story of Ireland.
Yeah. How long have you been retired from it?
23 years.
23 years? Oh, wow. So, okay.
Here we go.
Are you? No. Well,
doing the
because
arithmetic.
23 years, it's like for some people in the community, you're a legend. And then for the younger kids, you have to be like, hey, by the way, I'm one of the guys that was one of the first people that did this, right? That must be weird.
Yes. Yeah, it is weird. It's yeah, we've met these younger dancers that
Yeah.
are in there now, and they look to us like, yo, you're the OGs.
Yeah.
It's just really something, and we're looking at them going, you're literally, we've passed the torch.
Yeah.
And you're carrying it in a way into the future now that is like, you know, river dancing is this thing, and it's traveled everywhere, like you say, and these younger people are just, I'm so proud. I really, truly am so proud of what it's become, how electric it still is.
Yeah.
All these years later.
Your kids kind of have followed in your footsteps.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have, 2 daughters that danced, one that still does in Boston College locally, actually, on the dance team there.
No way.
And,
That's
yeah,
exciting.
It is. It's great. You
Do
know?
they ask for tips sometimes?
Oh, what would I know? I'm just dad.
Yeah. That must be
to
so
them it's
hard.
different.
Yeah. No, I do. I try to help, of course.
Yeah, that's great.
What age did you start them at?
They started a little bit later, but still quite young. You know, if you're going to stick, we weren't like the pushy parents that wanted them to, you know, do it like really competitively.
Yeah.
Because we had been so, my wife is also an Irish dancer, and
Oh, geez.
we just wanted them just to enjoy it.
Yeah.
So they did. So they started a little bit later. It didn't last as long. And like, you know, I think maybe for my daughter, my eldest, she might hang up her shoes after college. I don't know.
Really?
But you never know.
Yeah.
I didn't think I was going to be doing this there was no jobs in it.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like ballet and tap and all have been established for a very, very long time before this. And now to work in this, it was absolutely wonderful.
What do you think you would have been doing if you didn't get into this, or if it didn't take off? The way it did?
Definitely acting. I was actually in acting college when it happened.
Oh,
So
okay.
I would literally go from acting college to rehearsals for Riverdance. I don't know how when I slept, but it was a really busy time. But yeah, I mean, I still do act here and there. So
Yeah.
but with the 3 kids, it's busy. You try to do as much as I can to stay around the business. It is the best business.
Like movie acting or plays or theater?
Anything.
Yeah.
You know, any actor that I tell you, like whatever. If you want to pay me, I'll do whatever it is. Right?
Nice.
And you're also doing personal training.
Yes.
I saw.
Yeah, I run a gym for people with disabilities in the greater Boston area, and I also train at the Y too, and I've all kinds of different people over the years. It's great to be around, you know, keeping your body strong and fitness. I've always been around that, even outside of dancing, and it's a very rewarding field to be in.
That's great.
Parties at your house probably turn into performances if all the kids, you, your wife, and all the kids are in it. People come over, they're like, I don't want to dance over here. These guys turned it into a show. That's funny. So what are you doing for St. Patrick's Day?
I'm touring around doing this. This is actually really fun, promoting, you know, something that is that's become now synonymous, particularly in a city like Boston. You know, I mean, they're down in New York now, Riverdance, and they're going to be up here and an awful lot of these really Irish cities. But like we were saying earlier, promoting this to a lot of other people that maybe haven't seen the show,
Right.
you know, this is
Like
it's,
me.
it's not your father's Riverdance. This is being revamped. It's different, and it's fun to be out here talking to people about this. Maybe later on we might do something later on with the family. I don't know.
Nice. Well, it is coming to the Box Center April 8th through 13th. Riverdance 30, the new generation. I love that.
The new generation. They have I'm gonna spice it up for you. They do stuff with like fire. they have this thing where water comes out and they dance on the water. And horses.
Oh, okay.
But you know what? If you need to see it, you need to see it. Get your tickets. If none of that happens, the shows are subject to change.
Oh my gosh.
Sometimes the horses don't want to cooperate. Stephen, thank you for coming in, my friend. And
Thank
get
you.
your
Happy
tickets.
St.
Thank you so much. It was great to meet you.
Get your tickets for Riverdance 30, the next generation, the new generation, at the Box Center Waring Theater.